I'm live. I'm live on YouTube. For those of you who want to switch over to YouTube and get my unfiltered opinion, clearly I can't give my unfiltered opinion because I'm on TikTok as well, and TikTok will kick me off just like they did yesterday. They kicked me off, said I was spreading misinformation, suspended me for 3 days, but you notice I'm back on tonight. And why is that? I'll tell you why is that. Because I didn't spread any misinformation. No, what I did was I said something that was very uncomfortable to the algorithm. They shut me off, said, hey, you can't say that. And then I said, yeah, your mother. And they went, oh, well, okay. Yeah, what you said was actually true. Okay, you can go back on now. At about 2 o'clock this morning. This is a very clever way of keeping people from telling the truth. Hello, Shirley. You know, it's sad that Leslie Nielsen ruined your name for me. Because every time I say Shirley, I think of Leslie in the movie Airplane. Yeah, I said, Shirley, you can't be serious. And he said, I am serious. And stop calling me Shirley. It's imprinted in my brain. Look at that. By the way, that's what I call styling my hair in the morning. See that? I know. Eat your heart out, girls. Don't you wish it were that easy for you? It's not. Why? Because God loves me more than he loves you. That's not true. Just messing with you. Holy 2000s Eminem. Hey, you know, Eminem's not a bad looking dude. I wouldn't mind being compared to 2000s Eminem. Okay, well, got stressed out a while back. I don't like being stressed out. So I did what any real man would do. I ate like a pig. And then when I couldn't eat anymore, I took a deep breath and found that inner strength that most people never find. And then I ate some more. And within the first 60 days of this stress kicking in, this sword of Damocles hanging over my head, I managed to gain 60 pounds. Now, that's not easy. Not easy to do. The shit hit the fan, and I immediately ran for the freezer. I'm not proud of myself. It's kind of embarrassing, actually. That compared with my elderly age, or that connected to my elderly age, makes it very difficult to lose weight. So, see, now surely we got to lose it. So I decided that I'm going to do what anybody with a little bit of vanity in my situation would do. I'm going to cheat. Oh. And you're coming with me. See, now the Wagyu thingy scares me because it's like Ozempic. And that Ozempic face thing, ooh, that does not look good to me. Now, Wegovy is supposed to be different. I don't know if it's really super different. How low is silver going to go? Well, theoretically, it could hit 50. Now, I don't think it will, but it could. It would be a temporary bounce. It'd be a hell of a shit show, but What I have here, it says perishable all over it. I assume because it's perishable. That gives you an idea how big my office is. All right. You got to be smarter than the container. I used my bean. I opened it. Ooh. Ice. And it's cold. Yeah. Yeah, you heard me on a live stream. I said ice, and it's cold. As opposed to, right. Okay. Well, so if any of you were going to take advice from me, economic or otherwise, wow, that is cold. Oh, son of a bitch. This one's cold too. This one's even colder because it was down farther. Oh. See, when you weigh 340 pounds, the idea of sticking large blocks of ice underneath your armpits, it's different. It just hits different with me. Initially, I go, "Woo, that's cold," and then I go, "Oh, thank you, Jesus. God, that feels so good." I bought an ice tub. No, ice. Ice. The fuck are they called? Ice bath thing. I bought a thing for ice that you could sit in. Anyway, I actually bought two of them. One for me and one for my boy. That way we don't have to sit in each other's ass water. Okay, so what I have here is an experimental plunge pool. Thank you. Jesus, Celeste. See, that's why you a guy's got to have girls around, because they're so civilized and stuff. Okay. Wow. No wonder this cost a fortune. Just that alone. I mean, this is a nice little, look, it's even got little handles. I mean, there's a 6-pack going in here someday. And it floats. All right, now let's get down to it. What I'm taking here is super hardcore. Now, when I say super hardcore, I mean Rhetorutide. Experimental hardcore. Yep, sure is. I got a funny feeling about this. Grant Martin. That's my name. Did you knew that? Okay, what do we got here? A bunch of insulin syringes and instructions. I am supposed to, let's see, this is for advanced weight loss interventions. It's for appetite suppression, metabolic regulation. Don't use if I'm pregnant. No, I haven't been with anybody. It's been at least a month, so I would know by now. Breastfeeding. History of medullary thyroid carcinoma. Carcinoma, that's bad. What lab did you order it from? Javier's Tacos and Pharmacy in La Puente. Just kidding. Well, Stryker Pharmacy sent it to me, and they're in Katy, Texas. I've been to Katy, Texas. Katy, Texas is pretty reputable. Checking in from Atlanta. Hello, Atlanta. Duck. Pretty sure somebody in your neighborhood shooting. Oh, God. I used to love Atlanta. And there's still some cool places like Stone Mountain. I like Stone Mountain. I went to Katy, Texas on my way to Katrina. After Katrina happened, I stopped in Katy, Texas. I had $2,500 left on my credit card. And so I didn't need that for gas money. And so I went into the Walmart in Katy, Texas, and told the manager that I needed as many supplies as she could give me so that I could take stuff for like helping people in the flood zone. And she said, all right, take 20% off of everything this guy buys. I was like, cool. So I bought a ton of like, Luna bars and what's the milky drink that old farts drink? I've had it. It's pretty good. It's a meal replacement drink. You fucking Doug. Ensure. Yeah. Boost. Same thing. Yeah. Fucking Yoo-hoo. Well, Doug, when people say, I don't understand why he only lived to be 61. Well, because he thought that Yoo-hoo was a meal replacement. Ooh, my armpits are feeling frosty now. Ovaltine. Oh, my God. Love it. Oh, that burns. Possible side effect. All right. Nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. I'm totally okay with all of that. That will actually help kickstart the diet. Now, Retatrutide is like Wegovy and Ozempic times 10. People that I've watched, it seems to be more like vision loss is not something that's on here. Now, this is Retatrutide is one here. Put on my grandpa glasses. These come in really handy, by the way, if you collect pennies. Yes. Yes, it was doctor prescribed. Now, let's see what's in here. What is in Retatrutide? Okay. Inject up to 50 units, 1 milligram subcutaneously. That's under your fatty belly. Once weekly on the same day each week. Rotate injection sites. I really don't think I'm going to run out of places to inject. Suicidal Tendencies. That was one of my favorite bands growing up. Oh, look at that. They reconstituted it for me. I didn't have to put any water in there or anything. And by the way, let's just, for the heck of it, let's go ahead and punch up what makes Retatrutide so awesome. Yep. Okay. You didn't hear me. I'm going to say this again one more time, Google. What is so good about Retatrutide? That's what it's called, right? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait. Retatrutide. Retatrutide. I left out a little bit. That's why I didn't recognize. It's a triple agonist. I thought it was antagonist. Huh. Instead of targeting one or two hormone receptors, it targets three. Three is three in some other language. Anyway, it targets three: GLP-1, which is Ozempic, GIP, the GIP, and glucagon. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Clinical trials show weight loss of 24 to 26% after about 48 to 80 weeks. What? 80 fucking weeks? That's almost 2 years. I'm feeling a little suspicious about this. Well, it's not all muscle and bone. All right, so when I go on an all meat diet, like no carbs, an hour of cardio a day, a couple gallons of water, just kicking ass, I can usually lose 40 pounds in my first month. They're saying I could lose, well, let's do the math. Let's just do that math, shall we? What is 26% of 340? Whoa. Okay. 340 minus 88 equals 252. Ooh. Well, that would be overshooting the mark a bit, but I don't suppose. When I played football, I got done playing football. I kept running, but I didn't lift. I blew out my shoulder lifting. So when football was over, I didn't lift and I just kept running. So I was running 4 or 5 miles a day. I was eating really well. And I think I got down to 270, 265, 270. And I looked really good. My friends actually made fun of me. They were like, "Whoa, dude, you're getting skinny," which is weird. Now I don't run unless I'm being chased by something much larger than me. And at 340 pounds, that would only be a few bull elk and maybe a couple of deer. That's about it. Other than that, I'm about the biggest damn thing in Arizona. So I don't run anymore. So I got some apple pie. I'm sorry, pumpkin pie. I got some pumpkin pie. Figured I'd go out with a bang, go out with a bang. And according to this, if the side effects do kick in, at least when I puke, it'll be pumpkin pie slash whipped cream. Now, I don't know that I've ever yacked with that combo before, but it seems like it'll be okay. I know. You're thinking, this guy's out of his fucking mind. Why would you get something as powerful as retatrutide and then have a slice of pie? Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing. I don't think I'm going to be eating much, not for a while. That's a fact. It's going to be a while before I'm eating again, and so that's okay. You know, I'm okay with that. I'm probably and by the way, the reason I'm using retatrutide is because I've been watching the different people and the different GLP-1 receptor thingies and all that shit. And Ozempic seems to be the worst. Ozempic seems to give you what they call Ozempic face. Well, that's exactly right. The protein. It seems as though Ozempic basically just makes you waste away. That's it. That's all it does. It just makes you waste away. That's not what I want. Yet you have to understand that right now, my lean body mass is more than most NFL linebackers. Just my lean body mass. That's just muscle and bone. I weigh over 255 pounds. So I got lots of muscle and lots of bone. My bone density is like a fucking dinosaur, according to my doctor. So I'm not real worried about that, but I noticed that the retatrutide seems to get rid of a lot of fat, but help you keep lean muscle mass. So, well, I wouldn't want to get testicular cancer at this point. Although I have 5 kids, so I mean, if they're gonna go, then I would like to use them for another 20 years or so first, especially the next 10. Mr. Beast invites you to co-host. I don't think it's the same Mr. Beast that we think it is. If it were, I'd be more than happy to. But these ice packs are actually feel pretty good. By the way, just so you know, talk about the 62-week plateau on Ozempic. Good to read up on that. I am not taking this shit for 62 weeks. The reason that I'm doing this is because I'm going balls to the wall. When I told you guys I was going to go out and buy a fitness recumbent bike, I didn't just buy a fitness. I bought the Life Fitness 3900, the one that they use in all the commercial gyms. I bought a $4,000 version that you can go 10 million miles on before it breaks. And so my kid and I have been riding that thing religiously. I also got one of those Airdyne bikes, like the Schwinn Airdyne bikes that you go back and forth with your arms too. Man, if you think sitting on a recumbent bike on level 4 for an hour is a good workout, which it is, like you feel it feels good. You get on that Airdyne bike, that big fan turning, and you crank on those handlebars harder than you push with your feet on purpose. I mean, you can go back and forth, but if you crank with your shoulders and your arms and your waist, your core back and forth on that thing, by the time a half an hour is up, you're fucking beat. And I mean beat. I sat down to do it for an hour, and I did not make it. And my attitude is go hard or go home. You know, if you're going to work out, don't bitch about it. Don't talk about how sore you are. Take pride in how sore you are. You earned it. And so I got on that thing and I was like, yeah, I'm going to kick this thing's ass for an hour, and then I'm not going to be able to move for the rest of the day. No, I got a half an hour. And that last few minutes was killing me. I don't know what it was in Tucson. It was damn hot here. It was very hot here. So, yeah, so that's the plan. Retatrutide, super clean diet as of midnight. No more of the foo-fooey creamer in my coffee either. Maybe a little splash of milk, but that's it. But that's definitely what I'm doing. Yeah, it's time. I mean, look, the thing is, the more I watch what's going on in the world, the more I realize this is not a time to be falling apart physically. This is a time to be really, really, really mindful of the fact that there are a lot of things that could go very badly for us. Now, hopefully, none of them do. Hopefully, the grid is okay. Again, I see what's going on with these data centers. The fact that these data centers are not just for data. They're for these flock cameras. They're to keep an eye on you no matter where you go. They're in order to keep all of your personal information all in one place. That's what Palantir's dream is. Palantir wants to literally have all of your information centralized, every bit of information about you. But they want to also be able to put all of your information together with everybody around you so that they can start to form networks of people, so that they can see when you go somewhere and you make a visit and you stop at a house, is this a new contact? Why are you there? Well, I don't know. Let's find out. Let's turn on your phone. Let's listen. They can literally track you and watch you everywhere you go. Why? Well, because if a government is that concerned about watching you constantly, it's because they're doing something wrong, not you. And that's the part that scares me. It's interesting because I see what's going on with the sun. I see what's going on with the grid and how absolutely shitty it is. But I also see what's going on with AI, and I see how much they're trying to dig into our minds and our private lives and into our sock drawer and into our secrets and know everything about us so that they can control and manipulate us in ways that we can't even imagine. And then I think, what future is better? A future where you could say something on a place like this and have the powers that be decide that you're a little bit too much of a mouth and you're a little bit too much of a threat, and they can turn all of your funding off. Turn off your credit cards, turn off your bank account, turn off everything. Turn off your income, because obviously one of the things that they're talking about is a universal basic income. Why would a government want to give you a universal basic income? Oh, it's much worse in Israel. Israelis don't do this to themselves. Israelis do this to us, but they don't do this to themselves. They do it to the Palestinians. I mean, obviously nobody's stupid. We're all aware of all of the things that are coming out about October 7th and how obvious it was that there was nobody at the border to stop these Palestinians for a reason. Somebody wanted this to happen badly, other than the Palestinians. Hamas was not the only one fixated on having this happen. By far, the most powerful military. I believe it was for the first month supply. What's silver today? Let's check the ass whooping, because that's what it is. It's taking an ass whooping. I'm going to say it's probably in the mid 50s. 57. All right, it's bounced back up a bit. Back up to 57.26, but it was down at one point to, I believe, around 55. What's the lowest point?